Hey there, everybody! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of law, specifically in South Africa. Now, law can seem complicated, but don't worry, we'll break it down together. Think of law like the rules of a game. These rules tell us what we can and can't do. In South Africa, we have lots of laws, and one big category is called private law. Private law is all about how people interact with each other. It's like the rules of playing nice with your neighbors. One important part of private law is the law of delict. A delict is a fancy word for a civil wrong. It's when someone harms another person or their stuff, and the law says they must make it right. We'll learn more about this in a bit, but for now, just know that the law of delict is here to protect us and make sure things are fair. So buckle up, because we're about to explore the ins and outs of delict in South Africa. Get ready to learn about your rights and how to stay on the right side of the law. Okay, so what exactly is a delict? Imagine you accidentally break your neighbor's window while playing soccer. Oops! That's a delict. You caused harm, even if you didn't mean to. In South African law, a delict happens when 5 things are present. Think of them like ingredients in a recipe. First, act. You actually did something like kicking the ball. Second, wrongfulness. What you did was against the law or infringed someone's rights, like damaging their property. Third, fault. It was your fault. Maybe you weren't careful enough. Fourth, causation. Your action directly caused the harm, so the broken window wouldn't have happened without your soccer ball. And fifth, damage. There's actual harm. In this case, a broken window that needs fixing. All 5 ingredients must be present for something to be considered a delict. If even one is missing, it's not a delict. Simple, right? Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't breaking a window a crime? Good question. It can be, but it can also be a delict. Let's clear up the confusion. While both delicts and crimes involve breaking the law, they have some key differences. Delict. First, it's a wrong against a specific person. Second, the goal is to compensate the victim. Third, cases are started by the injured person. And fourth, the remedy is usually payment. Crime. First, it's a wrong against society as a whole. Second, the goal is to punish the offender. Third, cases are started by the state. And fourth, the remedy can be jail, a fine, or a community service. So, breaking a window can be both a delict, you owe your neighbor a new window, and a crime. You might get a fine. It all depends on the situation and what the law says. Now let's add another ingredient to our legal stew contracts. A contract is a legally binding agreement between 2 or more parties. It's kind of like a promise you make that the law takes seriously. Sometimes a broken contract can also be a delict. For example, let's say you hire a painter to paint your house and they just disappear without finishing the job. That's a breach of contract and they might have to pay you back. But if their shoddy work also caused damage to your home, that could be a delict too. Here's a simple breakdown of the key differences between delicts and breach of contract. The source of obligation in a delict is imposed by law, while in a breach of contract, it's created by agreement. Delicts can involve strangers, but breaches of contract are only between parties to the contract. Delicts and breach of contract are like 2 sides of the same coin. They can overlap, but they have distinct features. Understanding both helps us navigate the complexities of the legal system. Hold on tight, because we're about to level up our legal knowledge. Remember, South Africa has a constitution. It's like the supreme law of the land. And guess what? It plays a vital role in delict cases too. The Constitution protects our fundamental rights, like the right to dignity, life, freedom, and privacy. These rights are super important, and the courts must always consider them when deciding delict cases. Sometimes, someone might try to use the law of delict to infringe upon another person's rights. For example, they might spread false rumors to harm someone's reputation. The Constitution helps ensure that delict law is applied fairly and justly, protecting everyone's fundamental rights. So there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating world of delict in South Africa. We've learned that it's all about balancing individual rights and responsibilities, ensuring that everyone is treated fairly and justly under the watchful eye of the Constitution.